Today we'll be covering Levridge's 2025 R2 equity feature surrounding transactions and user-defined fields attached to those transactions. Now, transactions have always been in the system and a part of the process, but previously we didn't have a good way to view what we had imported. So now if we head to allocations and then transactions, we can actually see the transactions that we've uploaded. Not only can we see them, but we can interact with them. We can view, edit, delete, delete in bulk, add, import, and download. So there's a lot happening there. I'll go ahead and start with the very basics. So if we just wanted to add a singular transaction, we'll select the plus button here. And then these all follow just like your import file would. So again, you would choose a member account, the period, category, source, and then quantity and dollar amount. You'll select a transaction type, distribution type, share class, and then I'll get back to these here in just a few minutes, but these are part of our user-defined fields. So for now, I'm going to leave those blank. But saving, we'll add this transaction to our list under that fiscal period. So currently I'm under fiscal period 2010. So we'll see that add to the grid here. You can see that as the transaction was added, the grid reprocessed, and now we can see that transaction we added right here. Beyond adding in a singular format, we can also import, of course. This process was possible previously, but we'd have to go through settings and imports. This saves you a few clicks once you're onto transactions. We'll just select import and then import the file as usual. You can also edit a transaction. This will open the same sort of window that the add displayed, and we can make changes there if need be. We can delete a singular transaction. So if this was not a transaction that we wanted to keep, we could just select delete. It'll ask us if we're sure, and we can delete that as long as there are no downstream consequences. So if this transaction has already been used in allocation, it will not let you do this. And then you can also remove in bulk. Removing in bulk queries what's out there, and then will help to remove in bulk any transactions that maybe you want to redo or were mistakes in any sort of way. So in this case, if I clicked download first, what it will do is go find all transactions that are for period FY 2010. It'll then download that to show me which transactions I would be removing. I could also just select remove. If I do that right now, it will remove all fiscal year 2010 transactions, and it will download the file for me. So download is sort of a way to double check yourself before you do it, but remove will also provide that file. And that's so that just in case you did make a mistake here, you've got everything that you did remove. So that will allow for easy import if you chose to do it again. So in this case, if we wanted to delete all of them that were for the category of seed, we could go ahead and just select seed here and then remove. It cannot be undone, but we have taken preventative measures to help us with this process. So it will download straight to your browser that CSV of removed transactional data. So you'll be able to see that, open it up, re-import it if need be. But you can see now that we do not have any for that category of seed any longer. Okay. You can also, of course, download this. Downloading will allow you to just, again, download all of the transactional data for this period. Not only can we see the base transactional data, but with 2025 R2, you can also see expanded information. So this is all set up within the system settings. You can name this whatever you would like, but it does just help the user in taking certain notes. So perhaps each one of these is related to a contract, or perhaps you'd like to see how much each region has made for a dividend by the end of the year. This will allow you an easy way to sort any sort of export file. And of course, there are things like uploader notes. Maybe some of these transactions came in last minute and you want to validate them. You can type something in there. Or maybe you just want to follow a program. I've got a couple of options in here that follow something like sustainability or educational purposes. This will allow you to group transactions by this at a later time if you so choose. So now that these are set up, the download template and how you import will change slightly. So here's an example of what I have already imported. And you can see that I had those first 4 user-defined fields filled in. So that means that I have the first 4 columns that need to exist as well. Now I don't have to have anything in them necessarily, but this does give me the option to fill them in where I feel or see fit. So that's what it will look like. And once imported, again, we'll see those transactions here. And then we can even expand these options and see that information as well. I'd like to find one, there we go, with some uploader notes and show you that this page also allows you to search through things. So in this case, the note said uploaded during audit cycle. This may be a note for you to come back in here and recheck things because it was uploaded during that cycle. So maybe there are others out there like it, which means let's go ahead and just search for audit, and it will search all fields on those transactions, which means because audit was in this uploader note, we'll be able to see it here. There were 2 of them that we'll need to go through and double check. The same is possible, whether it be looking for an account, category, any of the fields. This could continue on. So now, with the release of Levridge's 2025 R2, we have a way of seeing and interacting with the transactions we upload, and then also adding in extra informational fields in case that's useful for your business case down the line.